Hitfire commentary number 377, JimBob's. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, now you're gonna end off on a good note, motherfucker. For JimBob's final commentary, he sends in probably one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy VII. Now, I have to assume this is part of the, what do they call it? The remaster, or whatever the fuck they want to call these shits nowadays. And I see that he's doing the arena, so he's obviously going after... Is this going after the superpowers? It's going after the sword. I think it's the superpower, right? I think it's the ultimate, the final ultimate ability. Man, I used to love, yeah, the limit break. No, he has a limit break already. This is the sword, right? That I guess that you're going after? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna get into this shit. So as you guys know, these are the final Hitfire commentaries. JimBob has been a willing participant all these years. He sent in plenty of videos in these motherfuckers. So obviously he gets to send in his final ones. A lot of people are trying to get that number 399. Everybody's like really trying. They're like, man, I want to make sure that I get number 399 in this motherfucker. So they're all kind of waiting. I have a number of regulars. They're all kind of sitting there, like, just waiting, playing chicken, basically hoping that someone else will submit, you know, 393, 394, 395. So eventually we're going to get somebody who gets to 399. Now, hopefully people understand that once you get to that last one, that's it. There's no more. 400 is going to be a different video. That's going to be the final one. I'm going to have something completely different for that shit, man. But anyway, getting into this shit. Oh, before I even get into that, you guys probably know I haven't been able to post a lot of videos and stuff. As I've mentioned, you guys know I have some additions coming along the way. And man, it's all the prep work that's involved now on the weekends. Oh, fuck. I feel like all I'm doing every weekend now is building shit. Whether you're building a crib, whether you're building anything for the babies, whether it's playpens, oh, you name it. The baby shower is already taking place, and all you do is you get gifts and shit like that. People give you everything that you need in this motherfucker. So in any event, that's why it's been hard doing videos, because part of it is the prep work for it. So I'm sure any of the parents out there know exactly what the fuck that shit is like, man. But anyway, getting into the shit. I obviously in the video in the background you're playing, he's got the he's doing the arena. And people who haven't played Final Fantasy VII, I'm sure if you go back now, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is Final Fantasy VII? It's not that great once you play it 20 fucking years later. But all those years ago, this game was the shit. For people who played Final Fantasy on Nintendo, to see something like this come out, with the whole 3D world, where it wasn't just 2D graphics of people just fighting on a screen and shit like that, this was clearly well ahead of its time back in the day. Beyond ahead of its time back in the day. And for people who wanted to play a nice fighting against Behemoth, one of the most famous characters in Final Fantasy. These guys are always in fucking Final Fantasy. You better heal yourself, man. You better hope he misses. Yep, there's the death. How did you spot? Yep. You actually showed a death? You fucking scrub. I didn't think you would actually show a death. Damn, it took the Behemoth to get you. Now, so anyway, one of the parts of this game is that there are 9 characters in the game. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, of course, but there are 9 characters in the game, and each character has an ultimate weapon, their best weapon in the game, and they have an attack that they consider their limit break. Limit breaks are basically your superpower attack or whatever the case is, and you have to unlock all that shit. For the main character that you're seeing right in the background, Cloud, I believe he's going for his ultimate weapon, the Ultima Sword? I forget which one it is. I know he has he has an ultimate power and an ultimate weapon, and I have a feeling now, because I see he has the Omni Slash, I'm assuming it's because he's going after the weapon in this motherfucker. Gigantic fucking sword, basically, is what he's gonna have. And now he's facing the, what is that, the Ochu? I forgot that motherfucker's name. Ochu, right? God damn it, I can't see it. Going too goddamn fast. Anyway, all these enemies are basically, they're lining up one after another, and you see this slot machine in between the battles, in between the rounds. That's basically a modifier that he's getting in order to pass this. He wants a decent modifier. He doesn't want something that's going to really kick his ass. You probably saw in the Behemoth fight, he ended up with half his health and half his energy, which basically fucked him over, because the Behemoth is a hard-hitting motherfucker. So yeah, see, there it is. Oh man, I dropped down a couple levels. That's going to hurt. he obviously has some resistance to this ice snake or whatever the fuck the damn thing's name is. So in any event, once you get past all these enemies, you go through this gauntlet of facing off against increasingly more difficult enemies and increasingly more annoying modifiers that basically fuck you over. So essentially, once he's fucked over, you're not going to be as powerful as you once were, so you got to go through this whole gauntlet. If you beat it, you get enough points or whatever the hell it is to buy your sword or some shit. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't played the game in so many goddamn years, so I don't remember the full portion of it. Oh, he's doing the half MP, half XP again. Yeah, you better be ready to fight this motherfucker, because he's a badass right here. The Iron Giants, they are fucking... Or is that Red Giant? It's one or the other. But anyway, when... I think I've told the story enough times. When I was initially playing video games, I was always on Nintendo. I hadn't purchased an Xbox, or not an Xbox, Genesis. I didn't buy TurboGrafx 16 or whatever else the other consoles were that were Nintendo's rivals back in the day. Never really paid attention. I just always played Nintendo games. I enjoyed Nintendo games. I was playing Tecmo Football, Tecmo Baseball. I had all these seasons going along in both of those sporting games, so I was enjoying the shit out of those. Now, when my, I'm not going to date myself, but I had a friend who ended up buying his PlayStation, and he was playing Resident Evil and Final Fantasy. And when I saw Final Fantasy, and I was like, wait a second, I love Final Fantasy 6, man. I love playing Final Fantasy. Well, 6 now, based on what the numbers were, but I believe it was Final Fantasy 3 at the time. But I enjoyed that. And then when I saw him playing this shit, I was like, man, this is a badass game. So I had to go out and get a PlayStation. I had to go out and get Final Fantasy. I was like, fuck this, I want to play this goddamn game. So I played all the way through. He was ahead of me. He was up to the part where, the snowboarding portion. You know, where after you climb the rock wall, whatever the fuck it is, are you just stuck right now? Don't tell me you're gonna send me like 2 or 3 minutes of fucking stuck footage, motherfucker. Come on, man, there's gotta be something. Please tell me there's something else after this shit. I can't fucking fast forward 2.5 minutes of you just standing there with your thumb up your ass. You seriously got stuck and this is what you sent in? What the fuck? Come on, man. Don't do this shit. You could have edited this shit out, bro. Fucking hey, now I'm just standing. Oh, there you go. Fuck, man, that was some bullshit. You know, I'm sure he was playing the game like, don't tell me I got stuck in this motherfucker too. Oh, now he's facing off against the Chimera. He's got like all kinds of attacks, the Chimera. No, but anyway, so when I saw my friend playing the game, he was doing the snowboarding parts. I was like, oh man, I gotta get this game. So I got it, and I absolutely all materia broke it. Oh god, against him? Yeah, you better soup up against him, man. That's one fucked up. Oh man, you got no health either. Oh, you're about to die. Wow, he survived that. So in any event, so when I saw my roommate playing the shit, he got up to the snowboarding part, and then I decided to buy the game, and I absolutely raced all the way to the end of the game. I completely blew past him, and part of that was, of course, the infamous scene. Everybody knows the scene, if you've played the game. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it, although it's a fucking 20-year-old game, but it had a very surprising scene in the middle of it, and anyone who remembers PlayStation games back in the day, there used to be disc 1 and disc 2 and disc 3. This one had 3 discs. So you basically play disc 1, you got to the end of disc 1, and then you got this major spoiler. Then you play all of disc 2, which is, you know, pretty much getting to the end of the game. And then disc 3 is the very final portion of the game, the final boss, if you will. So basically you get all the way up to the boss, and it's like, oh, yeah, put in disc 3. At that point, everything in the game is unlocked. You're just basically fighting off whatever the hell you need to fight off. But it was pretty fucking amazing back in the day to have 3 discs. It was like, wow, 3 discs? This is an amazing game. It was on 3 fucking discs. Nowadays, we have fucking uploads and downloading and e-games that are fucking 10 times the size of just this entire game on 3 discs. And it's fucking hilarious that how technology has actually advanced. But in any event, when Final Fantasy VII came out, this was, I've told the story plenty of times, the reason why I bought my PlayStation. And the reason why I continue to stay with PlayStation, because I was so happy playing Final Fantasy. It's one of my favorite games to play. So, I see coming to the end of the video, I don't know if this was the final boss, and if you get your weapon or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, you beat it. I forget what happens. If you gotta go purchase, yeah, you gain points, and then I think you have to purchase your sword after doing that a couple hundred times or whatever the fuck it was, but I don't know, man. Haven't played the game in so goddamn long. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video.